It's the Fatboy Show, your number one station, RX Radio. Happy end of year. I mean, it is still just the 30th of December, but might as well. I mean, we're at this point just counting hours until we usher in 2023.
That's true.
So we need to acknowledge that it's been an interesting year full of highs and lows, but finally it has come to an end. For us here at the Fatboy Show, today is the last Fatboy Show we're doing for 2022. So quite excited about that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm excited.
So would there be highlights for, like, what would be your most notable highlight of 2022? Now that the year is ending, surely there has to be a moment in the year that really stood out from the rest.
A moment, I don't know, and maybe I'm a pessimist, but for some reason I feel like this year we've lost so many people of note. We lost the governor of the central bank, we lost the speaker of parliament, and then there was scandal regarding Uganda Airlines.
When was Delta variant? Was it this year or last year?
No, it was last year. That's when we had the second lockdown.
Okay. Yeah, there were many scandals this year and many tragedies, of course.
Yes.
Well, I like to think more of the positive things, and maybe it says something about the year that the first things we think about are the bad things that happened.
Okay.
But what about the good things? Surely there has to be something good that happened in 2022 that you are either thankful for or you were pleased by, impressed with. For example, our netball team, didn't they do well at the...
Yeah, they beat which country? They were...
You don't even know.
I remember them dancing to that song, Tuliba Bandana, after they won. I don't remember which country they beat.
And then, of course, our athletes, our runners they did well. They won so many medals in 2022.
Oh, yes,
I even lost count.
Oh my goodness, I had forgotten all about those things. Yes, our athletes did so well.
They did so well.
There was Cheplimo and is it Kiplimo? And then Cheptegei. I just sounded American in pronouncing his name. And then there was the lady, because there were three. There were two gentlemen, and then there was it Nakai? One of those ladies that were running and, brought us to the map.
You see? So at least in as far as sports is concerned and athletics, Uganda did fairly well in 2022. I do hope that going into 2023, we even do better. And on that note, I must bring your attention to something that the Uganda Cranes are going to be doing.
Okay.
So apparently the Uganda Cranes players and also the officials have kicked off lessons on how to sing all of the three stanzas of the national anthem ahead of the African Nations Championship, which is going to start in January next year, just in a matter of weeks. And this comes days after the Federation of Uganda Football Association tasked all the officials and the players summoned to the national teams to learn how to sing the national anthem properly. I think people don't like it when at these international tournaments the anthem is playing and the players are like...
The players are just silent, because when you look at... When you look at teams of other countries, most of the time the players are singing along as the song is being played. So what does this mean? Does it mean that A, they didn't learn the songs in school, or B, that most of them didn't go far in school, so they never got to learn the songs in school?
I think the problem is the need for us to sing all three stanzas. I think one is enough. The first verse.
Do other countries sing all the stanzas of their national anthems?
That I don't know. And I don't even know if those other countries, their anthems also have numerous stanzas. It's like,
there is a country, Greece has more than 40 stanzas.
And they sing all of it?
It has the longest stanzas. I don't think they sing all of them in one go.
This is just too much pressure. Look, these boys are there to play football, right? Don't add them more pressure of having to start singing.
But you see, that is what happens when the head of FUFA, the FUFA president, is also a politician and is also a husband to the speaker of the nation. You don't want to make your wife look bad.
Oh, is that why?
That is Moses Magogo. He's the FUFA president. So I'm sure he's the one who issued this order.
Instead of quietly enjoying his Range Rover, he's out here stressing our football players. I mean, look, already they're underpaid. They're not properly facilitated. They don't have proper training facilities. They're demoralized. And again, you want to add them more pressure.
I actually don't know why they're not properly paid, because he said that, Magogo recently said that they have a 17 billion budget for FUFA. And this year they were allocated for 48 billion. Sorry, 4.8 billion. And I'm like, with all that money, and these guys are not paid. When you look at our netball team, when it went abroad to play in that game you were referring to earlier, those girls, you could even see that the shoes they had didn't even match. Maybe each of them bought themselves their shoes. And then sometimes at the when they're going for tournaments and they can't even afford air tickets.
So as if life wasn't hard enough already for those guys, now they gotta start singing all these verses, and it's something that not even most Ugandans like. I couldn't sing through the second stanza even. I just know the first one.
I think I can.
I think the second one is "O Uganda, the land that feeds us."
Yes.
Thy land and fertile soil grow.
Yes, for our own dear land. I can. I just don't want to.
No, you don't.
I just don't want to.
Okay, so what's the third
ears.
one? Do the third one.
Oh, Uganda, the palo. That one.
The land of freedom.
No, the land of freedom is second.
No, that's the land that feeds us.
It's second because the third one is the Pearl of Africa, something like that.
See, you're even confused. You don't know. So if you...
It's been a minute.
So if you who's a journalist doesn't know...
But it's been a minute. When do we even ever sing all these stanzas? We sing one. It's the kids that know these things. Like, do you know the East African anthem?
Is there one?
There is one. It is in Swahili. It was introduced way after I had left secondary school. So now when I'm at school events at my kids' schools, I'm one of those parents who doesn't sing.
Maybe
along.
to make these national anthems more memorable, we need to get like pop stars to start composing them so that they're catchy, easy to remember. I think when you complicate it with too much poetry and meaning, it just people get lost.
Maybe not to compose, maybe to redo them. Like I've seen Juliana redoing the national anthem and it sounded so good. And maybe that time when Lady Gaga did the American national anthem and it sounded really nice, even for us who don't know it.
What about the Uganda boys? They've been making waves with their renditions of the
Uganda anthem. Beautiful. I loved it.
Why is it that people are so impressed to see a choir comprising of, are they British people? Basically white British people singing singing the whole anthem together with the Uganda boys?
No, it's not just the Uganda boys. It's all about... This is a different language. It's not even Spanish or Italian or French. It is an African language. So it is impressive that these people could actually deliberate and sing it so well.
But I don't understand. How do you let your colonizer sing your anthem?
It was...
How can you let your colonizer...
It's not about
your
colonizer.
national anthem of your kingdom. Should it even touch the lips of your colonizer?
But why not? These are artists. So it is not even political. It is just them introducing a good song and the orchestra did a good job. And it sounded so beautiful. Please remove the feelings.
So how come our choirs can't sing it as well as those ones?
Well, do we have orchestras like those ones?
Anyway, Uganda boys, keep doing your thing.
You did well.
As for the Uganda Cranes players, well, I'm more interested in your performance on the fields. I don't really care about you learning all the stanzas. I feel like it's just a waste of time.
Wastage of practice time.
Yeah, I would rather you devote your time to train in football, learning how to dribble, to take shots, penalty kicks, all this kind of stuff. Singing is just for what?
And getting some of our players into teams like teams of, let's say, the Premier League. Teams of the Premier League. Yeah, because we don't have any Ugandan playing in the Premier League. It would be nice.
Not even one?
We don't. Though Ibrahim Sekaja is one of the coaches of Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Yes.
Where do they play?
In the US. It's a big team.
Please don't talk about football
and bring in the US.
The US.
Because when the US talks about football, they don't mean soccer.
Please, it should not even come up in the same sentence.
Even Thierry is a coach on the same team, and Thierry was a big shot in the Premier League.
And who cares?
I care.
Basically, the American Soccer League, Major League Soccer, is where all the legends go to retire and cash a check. That's it.
I mean,
there's
we've
no
seen
passion for the game.
David Beckham doing the same, and I think now the same way they've been doing it with the American Soccer League is the same way Ronaldo is going to do that when he goes to Saudi Arabia.
But what football is he going to play in Saudi Arabia?
It's just about the money.
Probably. Well, keep listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio.